Hello, everybody! Welcome back to the Marquette Golden Eagles Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Our Marquette Golden Eagles come in at 0-2 as we stumble into this home game against the Cincinnati Bearcats. Last week we were kept out of the end zone in a battle in the rain with Baylor as we fell 24-3, although it was a close game most of the way until the Bears pulled away in the final moments during the fourth quarter. Our first time in program history starting at 0-2, and we look to right the ship here in week 4 now, here against Cincinnati. The Bearcats led by Tommy Tuberville at head coach, the 13th winningest coach in the nation right now, as we have Lance Leipold. We enter at 19-21 now throughout this series, as we're just a couple games under 500. We look to get into the win column this week now, and we do have a bunch of potential commits in attendance, so hopefully we can put on a show for them, but more importantly, get into the win column for the first time here in year 4. Here at the opening coin toss, and we do win it. So I think typically I like to wait till the second half, but let's get the offense out there. We need a hot start. Held to just 3 points last week, and we really need to produce here. Opening kickoff now, Pellin will field that from the tip of his own end zone as we're now underway here in Milwaukee. Pellin bounces that to the outside, nice spin move, and he'll work ahead to the 26. Now the Marquette offense will take the field here. And we'll start with an opening give here for Alexander. Nothing open to the outside. Redirects up the middle. And just a couple that time. Cincinnati a little stronger in the secondary. So we'll probably rely more so on some quick passes here. And mostly rely on the running game. We're actually going to make a Graham a 6 blocker here. And we definitely will have numbers in that situation. We'll just dump it off to Pinson underneath. Just get Walker into rhythm. And that sets us up now 3rd and 2. Now 3rd and short. We put Michael James in for this one as he gets the first down. And 4 yards. Now a fresh set of downs here for Marquette. Around the I formation they'll go for Alexander. He's being chased there in backside pursuit, but he gets ahead for a decent gain there considering the circumstances. 3 yards, now 2nd and 7. Now Marquette at the 40. Walker takes the snap. He's going to go for the sideline towards for Pinson, and way overthrown there, now 3rd and 7. Walker now after empty with 5 receivers on the field. He takes the snap. Quickly there for Kevin Coleman. And a good block there by Childress as Coleman takes it up the sideline, drags a man past the 25, and 37 yards there for Kevin Coleman, the biggest catch of his career thus far. Coleman was set to be our number 4 receiver, but with Childress coming over as a JUCO transfer, that actually forced Coleman down the depth chart a little bit, but a good play there by the sophomore. And now Alexander right off the exchange, taken down in the backfield, -2. Alexander kept in check thus far, just a yard per give. Now 2nd and 12. And Walker will keep here for the read option. Makes the last ditch cut there and gets a couple extra yards out of that, 9 yards. And it sets us up now 3rd and 4. 3rd and short here for Marquette. And we will give to Michael James, and he stood up there in the lane. We had a pass, we actually audibled, and maybe we would have been better off. But still, a 33-yard field goal attempt here for Castillo. And this should be in his range. It's kind of sad that this is even a question, but we'll give him a chance here. Castillo, the kick is up, and that does get through. Marquette up 3-0 now, and we desperately needed some points to start this game. A studio update as number 4 Miami falls to Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons now 3-0, and the Hurricanes a big loss as they entered with huge expectations as a top 5 team this year, but they go down, and I think Kevin Olson will now be out of the Heisman watch. A big game here at Boise State, 2-0, and they're currently leading number 3 Alabama early on in the fourth quarter, 28-24. Derrick Henry on that team for the Crimson Tide. Now Eddie Stevens on for the opening kickoff here to the Bearcats. And we'll see how our kick coverage holds up here today. Alonzo will field that from his own end zone. We'll take that up the left sideline. Good blocking develops for Cincinnati. Clark can't bring him down, and Shaquem Alonzo all the way to the 50. I honestly think we might be better off squibbing it. I think I might try that next time. Our kickoff coverage, we've really struggled tackling. And now Q will keep here, and he fooled us on that one. Breaks an Antonio Carr tackle, but finally dragged down there at the 35, and 16 yards there for Keel on Cincinnati's first play. Now 1st and 10, they'll go with the screen here, and Cole turns upfield as Price forces him out. Cincinnati already in the red zone, 15 yards there to Nate Cole. Cincinnati bringing tempo here today like our previous 2 opponents to start the season have. And now a first give here to Deontay Buckley, And he's dragged down after a good 7-yard run. 2nd and 3 now. Cincinnati gets set up. And over the middle there, Price loses track of Cole. And Chance Pellin there to drag him down. Now at the 4 for Cincinnati. 1st and goal. Johnson in motion here. And they will give it to Buckley. And a good stand there. There's a couple Golden Eagles were there to bring him down. Now 2nd and goal at the 2. 2nd and goal. We'll see if they go back to the run. Johnson in motion. Kevin Davis coming off the edge, can't make the play as Deontay Buckley trucks him and gets into the end zone. And Cincinnati comes down quick and scores a touchdown, and they take the lead. Now Pellin will get another chance to return here, this time to the right side. Good blocking picked up there, and Pellin breaks it up the sideline. Past the 50, as he's going to be forced out to 45, but I think it's coming back. So 2nd and 13, it was a clipping call there from Mark Henry, and an opening give there for Alexander goes for a loss of 3. Now they're empty with Walker as he's set to pass here. Try to go downfield for Scott and Walkport. Couldn't get set in the pocket as we're hit as we throw. Now 3rd and long for the Golden Eagles. Now out there again with 5 receivers as Walker takes the snap. We'll go for Childress there as he got a lot of separation into his route. A good catch there by Childress, and he's made a few big catches already in his first 3 games. A 1st and 10 here, a clutch play there on the Walker to Childress combination. And now Sam Manning will get his first carry as he works across midfield for 4. Now 2nd and 6 as we hit the 2-minute mark. And the speed option really amounts to nothing. Sam Manning was covered and Walker got snatched up as well. Now 3rd and 5 for Marquette. And they'll give to Dusty Alexander, and he finally gets going a little bit as he gets 7 up the middle and a 1st down. I like the numbers up front on that one, so we audible to a run. And I was fully willing to set up a more manageable 4th down there, but Alexander got the job done. Now Scott and Walkport here on a 9. Looks like he's going to be against press. That safety will probably back up into that zone. So hopefully you can maybe get Archibald or Pinson over that way. Walker back to pass. Pinson wide open there underneath. And he's going to get 6. Now less than a minute left in this first quarter of play. Marquette trailing but driving now at the 35, a 2nd and 4. I'll get back to Alexander. And he just barely gets to the 1st down line. Doesn't get past it though, now 3rd and inches. Now 5 seconds left. We will just give it to Michael James here to get the 1st down. And we'll take it into the 2nd quarter from the 25. Marquette trailing 7-3, but our offense moving the ball very well. And we're playing a clean game thus far, and that's exactly what we need to do. Hopefully the defense can hold up a little bit better. Our secondary has really struggled this season, giving up a lot of big passes and just a lot of big plays overall on defense. So we need to tighten the screws there and hopefully get back to the game we've been playing on D for the past 3 seasons. Now Marquette will start with a couple new faces here today. Craig Watkins at tight end, Craig Jones at tailback checks into the game for the first time. Watkins in motion, and they'll give it to Craig Jones as Watkins gets out in space, picks up a block as Jones goes up for 12 yards on his first touch. Maybe that's what we need. We need Watkins and Jones out there, and we will bring them both out here for this one. 1st and 10 here from the 13. Watkins in motion. And we'll go play action. Quick pass there for Malcolm Graham, and he makes the catch for the touchdown. Malcolm Graham, his 2nd career touchdown, I think just his 5th career catch in his first season as the starting tight end. That's kind of what we got bid on last week. We went play action in this vicinity of the field, and I kind of just stared down the receiver, didn't get rid of the ball. This time I recognized the blitz coming on and just tapped A. I saw Graham streaking right into the end zone, and we now take the lead. We failed to reach the end zone last week, so it feels good to do so here in the first half as we now lead 10-7 early on in the 2nd quarter. And I think I did mention it in the opening. We do have a lot of recruits in attendance today, most notably a couple receivers, so we definitely want to hit 250 passing yards, along with some DBs that were really interested, as another good return here. And we're just getting pancaked on all of these. I forgot to go with the squib strategy, but I think we'll try that next time. So as I was saying, we definitely want to hit 250 passing yards, although I don't know how realistic that is. Obviously, we're going to have a big emphasis on the running game, as we tend to do, as Cincinnati gives to Buckley, and a hole opens up for 8 there. Now 2nd and 2, and they will go right back to Buckley. And a good play there. Price and Marshall got in on it. Now 3rd and 2. And I thought Pellin was there to make the tackle, and then Marshall misses the tackle. And Price finally there to bring him down. 30 yards for Buckley. Should have probably been a 4th down. And as I mentioned earlier, our tackling has been awful this season. It was a big weakness in year 1, year 2. Got a lot better last year, but now with a lot of losses here on defense, our tackling has been very bad. Another give here for Buckley as Price will get in there, limiting it to just 1. We'll take that. Now we'll see if we can hold up here pretty much in the red zone as they do give back to Buckley. Marshall can't make the tackle. And then how does Buckley get out of that? Oh my goodness. And then Buckley to the end zone for the touchdown. And again, that should have probably been a tackle for loss. But we can't wrap up. Man, this team is really going to test my patience this season. We cannot tackle anybody. Now, 1st and 10, we do go back in this look with Watkins and Jones out there. And again, another nice run opening there for Jones. Stiff arms a man up to the 40. And I think Jones is already at 30 yards on his first 2 gives, or make it 27. I don't think our defense has looked this bad throughout this entire series. Now, a 1st and 10. And Walker will keep here on the read option as he gets ahead for 8 towards the 50. Now 2nd and 2 for the Golden Eagles. And they'll go right back to Jones. Good push up front right into my blocker. That was bad. I should have spun that outside. Big wasted opportunity there in the runner. I had a nice hole there and just ran right into the tight end. Yikes. We're just trying to condense this second quarter and give as little time as possible to Cincinnati. Now 3rd and 1 here from the 49 as Michael James back out there. As he gets it ahead towards the 45 and the 1st down. Now we're less than 5 minutes left in this first half. We'll go right back to James, and he gets 3. Now 2nd and 7. Walker takes the snap. And he's going to be sacked. Red sat in the pocket too long. And that's hobbled us on offense all year as well. Tito Cruz gets beat right off the line. Alexander provides no help as he went for the route, and Walker got clotheslined there as well to add insult to injury. Marquette is 6 out of 7 on 3rd down here today thus far, although here I'd be happy to just set us up for maybe a better 4th down conversion. 3rd and 15 here from the 50 as Walker takes the snap. That Archibald open over the middle, and he makes the grab. His first catch of the day. 22 for number 21, and that keeps the chains moving. Now 1st and 10, Alexander and Jones in the backfield. And then we'll give it back to Jones here. Finds a lane up the middle, and he gets ahead for 6. Been very good running the ball today. Now 3 minutes left in the half on this 2nd and 4. Walker will just hit Pinson again underneath. And Pinson shakes a man, and he's taken down there at the 13, 9 yards, his 3rd grab of the day. Walker, 7 out of 9 for 110 and a touchdown. Kind of quiet production through the passing game thus far. Now 3 tight ends out there, and they'll give to Dusty Alexander, and despite all the protection up front, Alexander leveled there in the backfield. Now 2nd and 11. I'll go back to the play action, dump that off for Pinson. And Pinson's brought down there, gets the 1st down. Thought he might be able to find the end zone. Kind of froze there in the open field, but we'll take the conversion. And a fresh set here now at the 3. And Marquette actually did a tremendous job of draining the clock here as we're less than a minute and a half remaining. And now they give to Michael James. And James gets into the end zone, and I think that might be his first career touchdown. Marquette now up 17-14 pending the extra point. And a well-manufactured drive there. Efficient, we moved the ball, got some good 3rd down conversions, and ultimately found the end zone again here in the first half. As we're now up 17-14, as long as this extra point goes through, as it does. And hopefully our defense can hold here. Another studio update. And Boise State upsets Alabama. They must have gone to like triple or quadruple overtime there. We're going to meet the Broncos here in a few weeks. And they will probably be ranked when we do it. Number 3, Alabama goes down, and number 4, Miami goes down. Again, I forgot to go for the squib kick, but we'll kick it to the left side this time and see if we can get some better fortune. It's going to be fielded at the 1 by Alonzo. He already has probably close to 100 all-purpose yards here today as he's tripped up, and he doesn't make it to the 30 that time. Overall, 17-14 here. We triple their plays, and we have 201 to 111 in total yards, and 11-4 in first downs. Cincinnati 2 for 2 on their drives today, 2 touchdown drives. 1:16 remaining. Of course, they have all their timeouts as Keel will pass here. He's going to lob that up for Cole, and Pellon, I think, broke on that to get I don't know if they gave him a pass deflection there, but he definitely made contact, but luckily an incompletion. We have not generated a turnover yet on the season thus far. Definitely need to change that here today. And Keel's going to be sacked there by Rob Bain. Bain gets another one. Bain the Destroyer, I think his 4th sack of the season thus far, and I knew it was going to be a spin move Look at that quickness off the snap. Gets home and rips down Keel. And it's like, do we take a timeout in this spot? But I think we'll take the 17-14 lead into halftime and be happy with that. Especially, we've been giving up insane deep shots this year, like 4th and 24 against Memphis in the opening week. A big one last week against Baylor. So we'll just try and take this lead into the half. Went the dime. Although we will call timeout here now. They should have just ran it down. Although I don't know if they had enough clock to do so. 4th and 13. They're going to be punting here from the 24. Let's see if we can get down the field quickly. Although we probably need 13, probably like 40 yards at least to get into Castillo's field goal range. Walker takes a snap here. Although it is a good moment here to kind of rack up some passing yards in front of our potential commits. We get a 12-yard strike there to Pinson. And we'll call a timeout. Now just one remaining. And here we probably need like still, I probably was a little off last time. We probably still need like 40 yards here or so. A little bit less. It's been a long day. My math is not the best right now. I forgot I still had true clock on, so we got to get this one off quickly. Walker takes the snap. I think we'll just try and heave one deep. Pinson, and he makes the catch. Pinson makes the grab. What a snag there at the 11. And now we're going to go in the shotgun here and just try to get a quick strike to the end zone. But I feel like that's a little risky. We've missed out a bunch in opportunities like this. But I think we'll just at least trot him out. Worst case, we'll take a delay of game, and that'll still be in Castillo's range. We'll just see what we get. I think Graham might be open, maybe Childress. We're just going to roll to the right and throw it away real quick if we don't get anything open. Childress in the back corner, and we can't get the jump up. Like I said in the past episode, I've been practicing a lot on those jump ball situations. He turned around, was looking right at the ball, found an open spot there in the corner, but I might have been user error there. So we'll just try out the field goal unit here. Castillo, 1 for 1 on the day, gets that one up and good. And Marquette now up 20-14, although a second still remains. Now we'll go with the squib strategy and see how this would work out in a normal situation. So it would only get to like the 35. And Muller makes the big hit to end the half with an exclamation point. And the Golden Eagles up 20-14 heading into the second half. Good offensive play thus far. Very clean game. And I don't think we've punted yet, right? I think we've scored on every drive thus far. And a good 2-minute drill there at the end to manufacture some points, although a missed opportunity as Childress was open there in the end zone. But we'll take the lead and we'll be happy with that. Marquette still in search of their first win on the season. It hasn't been a pleasant start for us, but, you know, I hate to keep bringing it up, but a lot of turnover here. You know, a lot of inexperience, a lot of underclassmen, a tougher schedule, and our tackling has, like, been pitiful. And I really don't know how our defense is going to hold up here down the stretch, but I hope we can hold strong and get out of here with a win in front of our fans and a bunch of recruits in attendance. Look at that catch from Pinson at the end to set up the field goal. Let's go. So we won't go with the squib strategy, but we'll still try and give it a better attempt here. That will be fielded by Alonzo again at the 2. And he gets some space up the sideline. My goodness, we cannot do anything. Shakes a man, and he's going to take that to the 45. I don't know what's going on here. I've tried kickoff left, kickoff right, kickoff middle, and we're getting torched every single time. Now Cincinnati, the first play from scrimmage in the half. Keel will give to Buckley, and Buckley a good 7-yard carry to open the gate out of the gate here in the second half. And Cincinnati hurries back to the line, and they'll give it right back to Buckley. Pellin misses a bad tackle going across the field, and Buckley another 11, and we're getting torched through the run. Buckley now at 96 yards. A couple scores, and they're hitting their spots in the passing game as well. And the tempo really hurts. I hate going up against teams like this. I'm going to give a stiff arm there against Johnson. Get off me. Johnson does recover, though, but still 7 yards from Buckley, and he's just punishing our defense. I feel like after all these runs to start the half, this is kind of maybe where they would go for a pass. I stand corrected as Chris Carter, the true freshman, gets in, and at least someone can make a clean tackle on this team. Chris Carter is one of our prioritized recruits in the offseason that we were able to bring in out of Oregon, Ohio, and they'll give it to the fullback there on 3rd and 2, and Harry Williams gets the first down and another 7. 1st and 10, they'll go back to the run here. Buckley and Clay Diamond on the edge here. We're started with our 3-4 formation and already paying off. Diamond and Chris Carter, some good tackles. Cincinnati resets the formation. Now Keel in the shotgun. And he'll keep on the read option. Lenny Butler, our only hope there, as he gets stiff-armed. And Gunnar Keel works his way into the end zone. 12 yards for the score. And we're now knotted up at 20. Just a minute 28 here for Cincinnati to bring it down and score. Look at that. Just all the room to run. And no one's going to tackle anyone today here for us. Now another studio update. Let's see what we got. Iowa Hawkeyes now 3-0. They beat Miami of Ohio. And C.J. Beathard, the quarterback here for the Hawkeyes. He was a lot of fun to watch back in his college days. Now Marquette offense takes the field for the first time here in the second half. Walker rolls to the right. And he'll just keep this time as he works out of bounds. 4 yards that time, playing it safe. Now 6 minutes remaining in the third. And we'll go with the counter here for Alexander. And a good sell there by, I think that was Archibald working upfield. He took the corner with him and he sold that run very well. That's a nice subtlety that you'll get in this game sometimes. Now Michael James checks in, 3rd and 2, and he'll just take that straight up the middle for the first down as he's ripped down in a pile. Dogs in a pile, nothing left to do but smile, smile, smile. If you get the reference, we're probably very good friends. 1st and 10 now. Walker keeps on the read option, and again, nothing doing as he's brought down for -3. Ben Suggs on the stop. Now 2nd and 13, we will come out with 5 receivers, and I actually like this 5 receiver sets just to pick up a good chunk. Not necessarily the first down here, but just to at least get a few. And now nothing open downfield. Walker again is going to have to keep, and he steps out trying to roll up field. And he's in disbelief, not happy about that. Now 3rd and 14. Still 8 out of 9 on 3rd downs, even though we've dug ourselves deep in some of them. I would like Archibald here on this slot post, but I don't know if he's going to be open. I think we'll have Jones in pass. Oh, we went delay of game. I forgot I had a conservative play call on still. Adios mio. So I got to turn that off right here. And now 3rd and 19. Ay. Those truly are the type of mistakes that can cost you a football game, especially in these close ones. We haven't been able to seal the deal quite yet, and I don't know if we are here today, if we're going to be doing stuff like that now. 3rd and 19. We'll chuck this up for Archibald, and that's going to be picked off by Jones. And that's going to deflate us again. Big turnovers here. Just took a shot there. And honestly, a punt maybe would have amounted in like the same result. They probably would have had a nice return and took it across midfield at least. And now here they'll give to Buckley. And Bobby Price has stopped there, just 4 yards. Man, this team just does not have a good feeling to it like we have had in past seasons. And now we're just like giving up. No one can tackle, and they just find the end zone. Shaquem Alonso, 32 yards, and he's been killing us. Only 4 pass attempts for Gunnar Keel, 3 out of 4, 55 yards. Now down 8, at least still a 1-possession game. And I don't know what to do anymore, folks. Chance Pellin will take this one out. Let's get something going, Chance. Just swerving as we get it barely up to the 25. All right, we need to take a deep breath, collect our thoughts, and you can't let the emotions take over here. We need to just start fresh, forget about the interception, forget about the touchdowns, as Greg Walker will keep here on the read option to start, 5 yards. 2nd and 5, Michael James into the game. Gonna have fun saying that for the next 3-4 years. He's taken down for just 1, and now 3rd and 4. Another 3rd down here for Marquette, and they'll give to Alexander. And he does get the job done. Ahead for 6, a fresh set for Marquette. 1st and 10 now from the 35. Look back to Craig Jones. Haven't heard him all half. And good running there from Jones. Gets across midfield, and maybe he's who we should be feeding here today. Already 50 yards on 5 carries, although I think he is getting better blocking than everybody else. Craig Jones running with some authority here today, showing some speed and finding the lanes. We'll stay in the same set. 2 minutes left here in the third, but we'll give to Alexander this time. And he can't get anything going, just 1 yard. 2nd and 9, Marquette is across midfield. Walker takes the snap. We'll just dump that off for the fullback, Jeff Harris. As he'll fight ahead, gets 7, sets us up now 3rd and 2. Now we'll go back to Craig Jones here. As we'll give him a run up the middle, and he does get the job done. I thought he was going to be taken down short there, but he does get ahead for the first down. Now Alexander back into the game. He's really struggled here today. Although a decent run that time, can't quite get a clean spin, taken down after 5. Now less than 30 seconds remaining here in the third. 2nd and 5 for Marquette. Walker takes the snap. We'll go downfield for Malcolm Graham. And Graham in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown. 33 yards to the big tight end. And we're back in it. I know it was still a 1-possession game, but it felt like we were down by a lot more. And a good read there from Walker. Finds the open man downfield. I'm not sure how you lose track of a guy who's 6'6", 260. I was going to go for the tie here. I'm not sure if I like this look. We're just going to send it, though. Alexander gets in for 2. We tie it up. I was going to just maybe let it run out and go for the extra point and just make it a 1-point game, kind of stay in it longer. You know, if they score a touchdown, it's then a 2-possession game. But we get it in. We're now tied again. But I'm really worried about the kickoff here. I got to change it up. I don't know why I keep going to the same thing. Here's Cole this time. I don't think it really matters who they have out there. Cole up to the 30. I think we're going to stay with the 3-4 here for now and see how this goes. Kind of liked what we saw from them last time out. 1st and 10 here, Cincinnati in the I formation to start this drive. And Lenny Butler there to drag him down. Maybe a face mask, but no call, and I'm glad there wasn't. And that will take us into the 4th quarter. A lot of drama here today. 28-28 tie game going into the 4th. Marquette desperate for a win here. We really need to start executing a little better on defense. It's really all comes down to fundamentals, the tackling. That could be a big swing here today if we could tackle. But Malcolm Graham, huge day. 2 touchdown catches as Greg Walker is leading the offense quite well despite that interception earlier. Now Keel from the shotgun to start the 4th quarter. 2nd and 12 for Cincinnati. Delay give there for Buckley, and there's Antonio Carr. Carr been our best defensive end thus far on the season. Haven't heard him much today. A big stop there. Now 3rd and 12 for the Bearcats. We haven't really been able to get a big-time stop all game. Hopefully that changes here. Keel to pass. And that's picked off by Philip Marshall. Read that all the way. And Marshall does have some speed. And he works that into the red zone. That's exactly what we needed. I don't really get many user interceptions or many interceptions at all, but I was manning Marshall that whole time, and I definitely got to brag about that one. Bad read there by Keel, though. Just his 5th, 6th pass attempt on the day as Marquette forces their first turnover on the season. Let's go. Exactly what we needed. My goodness, I was in a bad ways here a few moments ago. Now a lot of life, a lot of momentum. That's why you just got to stick with it. As Alexander ripped down by a face mask, and that's going to go half the distance and give us a 1st down. Now 1st and goal for Marquette from the 7, as they'll give to Michael James. Michael James already with the touchdown. He's going to carry a man into the end zone as the Golden Eagles take the lead. Michael James, 2 TDs, as well as Malcolm Graham. 34 points now posted for Marquette. And look at that strong stiff arm there. Just shoved the guy off and right in the face mask. Get off me. It's so funny, the ebbs and flows of football. Seemed like we were out of it a second ago. Not really out of it, but, it just wasn't really going our way. And I think this is Cole again on the return. And he stalls there and taken down at the 20. A big hit there. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe Clark. As Cincinnati, probably their worst starting field position of the day here at the 20. Now Cincinnati coming out in the 22. Looks like they're going to go back to the running game here. And Clay Diamond forces the fumble, and it's recovered by Robert Williamson. Speaking of turns here, back-to-back turnovers for the Bearcats, and Marquette is just taking over. Talking about how we couldn't tackle as Clay Diamond lays the big hit and forces a fumble. I think we forced 2 fumbles last week in the rain. We didn't recover any of them, but we're getting the bounces here later on in this one. And now this is fun. It wasn't so much fun in the 3rd quarter, but we'll take this now. 35-28 Marquette back with some good field position as Jones trips up kind of in his own block, still picks up 3. Marquette 5 out of 5 in the red zone today, and that's where we really struggled in the opening weeks. Really couldn't convert when we've gotten deep into our opponent's territory, but we are today, and that's a big improvement, a good sign as Walker laid out there. Our read option just not working today. And now 3rd and 10, I think we'll take a field goal here. We're going to go with the draw, and Alexander taken down here. I think that, at the 21, 22, so it will be a 39-yard field goal for Castillo. And the game is saying it's not even in his range. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a problem all year. I don't really even want to risk it. I'd rather just go for a play in this situation. Although, I mean, we have a chance to make it a two-possession game, but I really do not trust Castillo whatsoever, so I think we do just have to go for it. This is rough. Walker takes the snap. They bring a little pressure. That Archibald open, but Walker misses him. Maybe threw it a little too early. Oh, man. Archibald was wide open. That maybe could have even been a touchdown. This game is going to it's gonna give me a heart attack or something. Just back and forth. I thought we were definitely going to make it a two-possession game there. And that draw play knocked us out of field goal range. Now Marshall, a good stop there. Buckley, decent running. Now 2nd and 6 as we're just about 5 minutes left in this game. Keel to pass. He'll swing that towards the sideline for Dowdy. DJ Dowdy, a very good tight end at 91 overall. His first grab of the day. Now a fresh set of downs here for the Golden Eagles. Let's try and force another turnover, please. Let's make it easier for ourselves. Buckley, another give. He's taken down there. Bain originally there, and Marshall will rip him down on the help. 2nd and 10. Cincinnati gets set back up. 2nd and 10. So they go for a screen here for Buckley. Got away from some congestion there. Good vision. Thought we were going to bring him down for a loss. He gets 7. Now 3rd and 3 for the Bearcats. Keel directly under center. Takes the snap. Has Barr there. And that's going to go for a first down. Bearcats into Marquette territory. Another fresh set here from Cincinnati. Dowdy in motion. And they'll give to Buckley. And a good play there by Williamson coming out of his corner spot and making the play there on the edge. 2nd and 7. Cincinnati from the 42. Keel to pass. And they'll get Johnson. And Diamond lays the big hit and forces the ball loose to force the incompletion. And Diamond laying the wood here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 7. Keel from the shotgun with 2 backs back there. Dowdy in motion. Big play upcoming. Dowdy back in motion, going right back. And then he's going back again. Okay. I see DJ. Okay, DJ Dowdy. What are we doing over here? All right, and then they finally take the snap. And they'll swing that out for Junior as he trucks Marshall and does get ahead for the first down. We should have had him. But again, tackling, proving to be our Achilles heel. Let's see if DJ Dowdy's going to break it down again. I like all that movement. Love the pre-snap movement there. They will give back to Junior as he's ripped down there by Chance Pelland out of bounds. 7 yards for EJ Junior. 2nd and 3 now, and they'll go back to the running game here. Right back to Junior, and Marshall finally does get a tackle on first contact. 1 yard now, 3rd and 2. This game has just been a complete roller coaster ride. Another give there for Junior. He gets the first down, but a good hit there by Pelland. Junior just squeezes ahead for it. Another fresh set for the Bearcats just outside the red zone. Keel on the option. And Williamson rips him down for a face mask. No call, first down. And Keel has been very good running the ball. Does anyone remember Gunnar Keel from back in the day? I think originally committed to LSU and then went to Notre Dame. And now he'll give to Junior. Again, as he's brought down there on the edge. 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Now Keel from the shotgun. Buckley in the backfield. And Keel will keep. And the pitch there for Anderson. I don't know how he got that to Anderson. In those situations, usually results in a fumble, but Cincinnati does keep it, and they will hurry back to the line here. Keel back to pass. And he has Buckley down the angle route, and he drops it. So 4th and 7 here at the 8. And, of course, they are going to go for it. 2:30 remaining. Cincinnati does have all their timeouts. 15 plays on this drive. Keel in the shotgun, Buckley back there. Keel to pass. They'll swing it out for Buckley. And he's going to be brought down short, and Marquette gets the stop. It's kind of surreal. I feel like we're not getting stops in those situations. I don't know why you go for a screen there. I feel like it never really works out for the AI, but we'll take it. Now we'll just try and drain the clock here. 2:24, and let's see if we can get out with a win for once. Marquette backed up way in their own zone here at the 4. Try to get some breathing room here. They'll give to Dusty Alexander, and really nothing doing that time. We'll take 3, though. Now 2nd and 16. And they go back to Craig Jones, and he can't get anything going. Cincinnati will take another timeout, 1 remaining. 3rd and 9. And definitely not going for a pass here. Definitely don't want to get the safety. We'll play conservative. Alexander only a couple. 4th and 7. Cincinnati does burn their final timeout. Now Stevens will punt from his own end zone. And it really hurts that we couldn't get a first down there. Stevens, the kick is off. That's going to go to the 50. And there's Alonzo. And Clark, a good solo tackle there. Cincinnati 2:03 remaining. Good field position here at the 43. And a very good defensive stand there from the Bearcats. And now plenty of time here for Cincinnati to even it up. Don't have to rush really by any means, as Buckley will break free. And he gets 14. Our run defense has been non-existent. 1st and 10 now. Keel will pass. And Robert Williamson picks it off. His first of the year. And he has some space going the other way. Robert Williamson. Past midfield now. Someone's giving chase now. Past the 30. Past the 20. Past the 10. And Robert Williamson, the pick six, the third of his career. And I can't believe that we've pulled it off. Robert Williamson takes that back 85 yards. And we're now going to be up 42-28, our first defensive touchdown of the year. And that could not have come in a bigger spot. And now Stevens on for the kickoff. Marquette now up 2 scores, 1:43 remaining in this game. We're going to try and give it a little more hang time to get our gunners down there a little quicker. And I guess it does work a little better, only there to the 29. That was Mike Tyson on that return. What a grab there from Williamson, and even better to take it back all the way. He put the game into his own hands, and he said, I got this one. Keel back to pass. He'll swing that out for Buckley, and Buckley redirects backwards and loses 3. So despite the tremendous start from Greg Walker, I think we are going to miss out on that 250 passing yards goal. But we do get to 2 interceptions, so the DB's in attendance. That's going to give them a nice bonus in this recruiting week. Now I just have Barr there vertically, Pellin there for the stop, 1:30 left. And based on what we've seen in week 1, the Memphis Miracle and Milwaukee, I'm not convinced this game is over by any means. I'll go to cover 3, expecting a little more vertical approach here down the stretch. And they will swing that out for Dowdy at the sideline. And a big hit there by Lenny Butler. And the clock will continue to run. 3rd and 4 now after the spike. 1:13 remaining. Cincinnati from the 49. Johnson in motion. Keel will take the snap here and pass. Hit as he throws. And Kevin Davis was there to maybe make the interception, although the Cincinnati receiver there went diving for it, but couldn't come down with it. Now 4th and 4 here, and a stop for Marquette. You win the football game. 2 backs out there for the Bearcats. Keel will make an adjustment there. And we'll pass. They got slants going on here. And they do get the conversion to Alonzo. And he slips off a Marshall tackle and takes it past the 35. That's the type of play in one of these games where we give up the conversion there. It seems kind of harmless, but it will come back to bite us. As Marshall misses another tackle, and then Price pushes him out. 11 yards and a first down for Junior. Before you know it, they're going to reach the end zone and get the onside kick, just like in week 1 against Memphis. Keel will pass here. I lost track of a man up the seam there with Marshall, but luckily he looked off him, went towards the corner, and that one overthrown. 2nd and 10. Cincinnati now at the 21. Keel from the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down. That's Antonio Carr again. And he's been huge thus far on the season. His first sack of the day, but I think he's had a sack in each of the first 3 games thus far. Now time ticking. Cincinnati has to get a playoff. Keel looks to pass here. He's going to be brought. I thought he was going to be brought down, but Carr, another pressure and a big hit there on Keel as he turns over and he's hurt. So now the backup quarterback in for the Bearcats as Antonio Carr gets the sack and then a big hit on the next play as he forces Gunnar Keel out of the game. 4th and 18, last-ditch effort here from the Bearcats. And Williamson almost comes down with another one. That would have been the dagger, although the turnover on downs is the dagger. And Marquette is going to win our first football game of the season. I'm tempted to just rack up some passing yards and try and hit that goal, but we're not like that. We'll keep it realistic here. We'll take the knee down. As Marquette, it was a wild ride, especially at the end there. I'm glad we were on the better side of one of these games this season. We're going to advance to 1-2. As next time out, I think we have TCU. I think it's going to be a ranked TCU opponent, so we'll preview them a little bit here at the end of the episode, and we will get a recruiting update as well. But thank you so much for sticking it out. I'm glad we had a good result here the first 2 weeks. Not a pleasant start here to year 4, but we'll get it. You know, we got, like I said earlier, got to keep focused. We can't let our emotions get the best of us. I was a little down, entering this game at 0-2, but I'm glad we got back on the right note. And it might be a long season. We have some tough opponents coming up, but we'll try and play a clean game like we did today. And really comes down to forcing turnovers which obviously was the difference for us here today. +2 in the turnover differential, and that's really a big, obviously a big indicator on if you're going to win or lose football games. So that's it from here in Milwaukee, and I'll see you back at Marquette headquarters for some recruiting updates. So a great win there against the Cincinnati Bearcats, and we're now here at recruiting headquarters, and we'll get a look at what's going on. We're still leading big time here for Omar Wilson and Derek Perkins, pulling away a little bit following their visits. And Perkins is 86% locked, only one more scholarship offer, and Wilson just two other scholarship offers. And we are pulling away by a good bit here for Wilson and Perkins, even though they did have their visits, and each of them don't have another visit until later on. So hopefully we can get them committed before then. But they kind of seem like done deals, but I'm not thinking that, because last year I thought we had a couple done deals in a couple tight ends. They were like 80% locked early on in the season, and both of them went into the offseason. So we're not going to be complacent with these guys. We're going to keep Wilson maybe up here at 400 along with Perkins. Todd Kemp, of course, we're battling with NIU, and we just had him come in for a visit. He's going to be visiting with the Huskies in Week 8, and he's 82% locked, 3 other scholarship offers. So I don't know how that bodes for us. You would think it bodes well, being so having such a high lock percentage, but I feel like NIU is going to stay in there, and he'll probably work towards their visit. Adam Thomas, we're pulling away. He just came in 92% locked. Stovall only 63. George 83% locked. So Thomas, I think we can pull some points out of. Yes, we can. So we'll probably bring him down to 250. Stovall, I think we can bring him down to 300 for now. And George, I don't think he really has much demand. We just got a visit from him. Minnesota's not really pouring any resources into him, so I think we'll just keep him at 150. Try to get him to commit here in the coming weeks. Troy Walker, he just came in for a visit as well. And the Hawkeyes and Army in on him, but he's 84% locked, so I think he's another guy who might just commit. We'll put him down to 400 and monitor him. Jed Brigham, I know he had a low lock percentage. He's still not ready to visit. 3 scholarship offers, total Michigan State, Eastern Michigan, also in on him. He's under 50% locked. The 19th ranked D end in the country, although only at a 65 overall now. Bonner, he just had his visit, 71% locked. Looks like UTEP is really our only main competitor for him. What were they getting? I skipped over that. So we pulled by about 455, but we did have the visit, so I don't think we're going to have much of a difference going ahead. Kellen Jefferson, I'm very conflicted on Jefferson. So currently only 385. We're trailing Iowa State, but he's already 88% locked, and I just don't see us getting him. We are, like I said, it's only 385, but it looks like he really wants to stay in state and go to Ames and play for the Cyclones. So as much as I would like to get Jefferson, I just don't think it's realistic. So I think we're going to be out on Jefferson, unfortunately. We really would have liked to add him to the receiving core. So instead, we're going to be more aggressive here for CJ Saria. He's another 4-star, just one of 2 4-stars on our board. A little underwhelming, though. He dropped to a 65 after being halfway scouted, and no one's really offering him. Like, we have a bunch of Power 5 schools here, but I think they realize he's not really a Power 5 caliber 4-star that you typically see. So I think we'll put him up to 400 for now. I think we will go ahead and offer him a scholarship as well, since we're not going to be getting Jefferson, and we do want 2 receivers in this class. Jared Turner, our second priority on the offensive line, and we're pulling away from all these schools without even really pouring much into him. So I think we'll probably throw him up to 250, and we'll probably schedule his visit here. Robert Weber, scheduled to visit in Week 8. Really just competing here with Eastern Michigan. 68% locked, and the Eagles don't have him in until Week 14, so hopefully we can get him to commit until then. For Anthony Edwards, 2-star middle linebacker, really just battling here with the Chippewas. We had a nice jump on him. I think we did have him in for a visit, though. A couple other scholarship offers, really just the Chippewas are who we're battling with. We're going to keep him at max 500, and we're hoping to get all 3 of these linebackers in. Jimmy Fisher, I don't think we're getting much resistance from him. Does have a few scholarship offers, all from MAC schools, but they're not really offering any resources into him. So We'll just bump him up to 300, try and pull away a little bit more. And then Jay Hill, our only recruit on the board right now that's outside our region. And I think we did want 2 D tackles in this class, so we'll bump him up to 300 and hope that he commits along with Troy Walker. James Williams, I really liked him, a backup playing here at corner, but I really like the skill set. 88 speed, 85 jumping. Good man at 76, although the press not too great. But for a 2-star, I kind of really like his game. So I think we'll just start throwing a little bit into him. We'll just put it at 150 for now. Going down the board a little bit more. Calvin Smith, we haven't poured any points into him, but we still lead. So I think if we just maybe go up to 100, we'll still be able to keep our heads above water and lead for Calvin Smith. We needed, 2 D ends or 3 D ends? We actually got 1 commit this week that we're going to review. So Brigham, probably not a done deal. We'll just keep Calvin Smith here as a backup plan. Jamie Smith looks like he's going to go to Boston College. I do like Jeremy Freeman, but he is only a JUCO 1-star, so really not prioritizing him. Luke Rogers I liked as well, but we were out on him. Louisville was just far and away his favorite school that he preferred. So we will go down here into our first recruit that committed of the season, and the Milwaukee kid, Bryant Gaines. He commits to us over Wisconsin, and they really never had a chance. So we do get to fully scout him now. Just a little recap: 62 speed, so not much speed at 255 pounds. Decent strength, I guess, on the edge at 68. That's going to go up. The finesse move at 63, not good, but good tackle, good play rec already. And he's jumped up from a 58 already, up 7 to a 65. So hopefully he gets that gem tag, and we will scout him now. And he drops a couple more, so still a good recruit. Went up 5 to a 63, but that pursuit down a little bit. Good power move at 73. That'll probably be his signature. Probably a good bull rush type guy with a 72 block shed. But the 50 agility, you don't like that. So I think Gaines will probably be a red shirt in his first season. And then we'll kind of focus on Jed Brigham up here. And maybe he'll be the guy that, a true freshman that gets some playing time, depending on how his recruitment goes. So I guess we can go down the line here. We kind of already took away points from some guys where they didn't really require so much. What was that kicker's deal down here? I guess we could scout him halfway and see what his kick power is if we even get that trait, and we don't. He drops 3 to a 69, accuracy at a 72, so we will just keep him on our board, but we won't pour any points into him. All these guys down here at the bottom, like 58s, we're leading for most of these guys still. I actually like Marlon Long and Antonio Wallace, but we don't really need them with better options on the board right now. But we'll see how other routes go and if we have to adjust at any point. I guess 105 points left. We could scout Omar Wilson halfway. We still haven't done that, so still a question mark. The zone and man both at D. Hope those go up. And the press at B pretty solid. Looks to be a pretty solid athlete, although the agility at a C, you wish that was a little bit better. But we'll go ahead and scout him halfway here. And he does drop 1 to a 67. The hit power down, the press down. Very good presto for safety at 76. And decent pursuit at 73. Block shed at 63, not that good. And I think Todd Kemp here, we got to scout him halfway as well. Looks like the strength is decent. And the pass block and run block as well. So he actually goes up +2 to a 70. And I think he's our only... Okay, I was going to say he's the only player on our board at a 70, but Quincy Bonner also at a 70. So let's review Todd Kemp. 79 run block, 71 impact, and only 78 strength. I guess it could be worse, but I'm not really sure. I'm hoping we get him. He's obviously our top lineman, but I'm not sure if he would get much playing time there in his first season. So we have just one visit we could schedule here. We've already scheduled a bunch. Do we have any this week for TCU? I don't think so. I think we were a little wise, and we didn't schedule any against this ranked Horned Frogs team that we're about to play against. So Jared Turner, I mean, we'll just throw him in here for TCU. I think we're not going to get much resistance from him. So that's really all going to do it here on the recruiting front for now, as we did get our first recruit, and I think we should get, our first commit, and I think we'll get a few more here as we go along through the next few weeks. Now we'll look at the top 25. Ohio State leading the way here. Texas A&M, as they both opened at 1-2 respectively. Texas A&M against a ranked Arkansas team this week. Michigan now at number 3. They beat Wisconsin. Georgia Tech at number 4. and that's who we're going to finish the season against. So I'm not really looking forward to that one. South Carolina at 5, West Virginia, Notre Dame. Alabama falls from 8-3 after they lose to Boise State in like triple or quadruple overtime, whatever that ended up being. Georgia, TCU. So we're going to have TCU this week in the next episode, and they're going to be number 11 when we play them. Oregon, Miami. Miami falls from 4-13. Ole Miss. Rutgers at 15. You love to see that. Nebraska, Oklahoma at 1-2. They've lost 2 games already. Stanford, Arkansas, UCLA. UCLA 2-2. They lost their first 2 games. Florida also 2-2. They come off a loss against Tennessee. Boise State at 22. Tennessee, Virginia, who will play later on. And I think Virginia is actually our senior day this year, so we'll probably see a ranked Virginia team at that point. And Wake Forest jumps into the rankings after a win against Miami. Kansas State, Clemson, Washington, Connecticut, Marshall, Army, Arizona, FIU, and Arizona State receiving votes. And Clemson fell all the way out of the rankings after entering this week at number 6. Now for the Heisman watch, Malik Zaire of Notre Dame jumps all the way up to the top, followed by Dontre Wilson. Kevin Lumpkin here for the Yellow Jackets, a redshirt sophomore, so he's actually the first player that's been AI generated, in one of our recruiting classes. He's the first player of that type to show up here in the Heisman watch. Last week, 39 carries, 286 yards for 3 touchdowns. My goodness, 4 catches for 74, and he even added a touchdown through the air. Look at his production thus far, 535 yards, 7.1 yards per clip, 6 touchdowns receiving. All that from last week. What about his traits? Scout him a little early. Only 83 speed, but you love the acceleration. 95 break tackle. Great. Just what we need. That's going to be a long day going up against that triple option attack led here by Kevin Lumpkin. 97 spin, 98 juke. This guy is a stud. Trevor Knight opened the season as a number 1, and he's dropping a little bit. Oklahoma, not a good start. And then Kendrick Sally from South Carolina rounding us out. And now to wrap up this episode, we will just quickly preview the TCU Horned Frogs who we're going to play next week. So only one player over 90 overall, but it's the quarterback Zach Allen, 98 overall, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation so far on the year. 537 passing yards, 5 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Nothing really on the ground. What about his traits? Not the best athlete, so he's going to probably sit in the pocket. And probably elite accuracy there. It's 98, 93 throw power, so a tremendous arm, as you would expect at 98 overall, 84 awareness. And we're probably going to have our work cut out for us here defending this passing game. Travoris Johnson, the starting running back, actually hurt. So we're going to see TJ McNamara, a redshirt sophomore, and 5.4 yards per carry so far. And just pretty decent all around. Not the best agility, but the 93 spin move. And pretty solid all around, like I said. At wide receiver, Kobe Listenby and Deontay Gray, both at over 94 speed. Although Listenby not the best agility, but both very good acceleration. Both had 88 overall redshirt seniors, but a big drop-off after that. A bunch of freshmen here. Although Edwin Ross, a true freshman. Wesley Yates, a true freshman. And then 3 redshirt freshmen here. So a very young receiving core for TCU moving on, and they're going to be very good in a few seasons. Charlie Reed, Bryson Burtnett, a pretty good tight end tandem, each over 80 overall. 83 left tackle, 75 left guard, 87 center, 80 over right guard, 79 right tackle. So not the strongest offensive line. I think we'll maybe be able to exploit some spots there. John Vandermeulen, Bryson Henderson. So 2 80-plus overall ends, an 89 D tackle here in Tevin Lawson. 85 acceleration at 289 pounds, 86 strength, 92 power move, 85 block shed, 88 hit power. Very good player, but a drop off here to Brandon Outlaw. And they do run a 4.25. Paul Whitmill is hurt, so they're going to have a different starter there at left outside linebacker. Probably Joey Rowe here at right outside linebacker. I would assume Max Newey goes over to left outside linebacker. And then at middle linebacker, only 76, so hopefully we can exploit that spot as well. At corner, Anthony Tejada, a very good player. Then Scott Sims and Sid Calvin. So 3 decent corners here. Nothing too crazy. An 84, an 83, and an 82, although they all seem to be pretty good athletes. Let's see if they are better in man or zone. Two very good man corners here in Tejada and Sims, although Calvin a better zone guy. At free safety, Derek Kindred, I think is he still on the Browns? I know he played for the Browns for a while. Looks to be a very good player here, the senior free safety. 86 overall, 91 speed, 96 acceleration, 91 zone, 77 hit power, 80 pursuit. Tim Lowe. So they do, like I said, they play a 4-2-5, so they're going to get three safeties out there. Lowe, a redshirt sophomore, good athlete, good zone at 86, 91 pursuit. And that strong safety, Adam Anderson, a true freshman at 75 overall. And he's going to be a very good player, probably one of their top recruits they brought in this last recruiting cycle. Danny Nelson, only 3 out of 6 on field goals, 79 power, 77 accuracy, and a 67 overall punter. So not the best special teams here from TCU. And like I said, their offensive line didn't look the best, so hopefully we can exploit that on offense. I think it might be a high-scoring game next week against TCU, but this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we got a win. You know, that feels good to get in the win column. I was a little worried there that we were going to, it was going to drag out a little bit, but like I said, happy we got a win. Happy it was a fun game, and we got a little recruiting update. We got our first commit of this year 4 season, and next week we're going to have a tough task here against the 2-1 11th ranked TCU Horned Frogs. So as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.